Alright, this is my third take doing this because of different interruptions. So let's just jump right into it. Long story short, new lighting setup because I moved back from school to my family's place, and that also means new carpet, and I found an old sketchbook from early summer of 2016. So yeah, let's go through it and see what's inside. I explained in the last two takes that I did that the stickers are mostly so that I can figure out when the sketchbook is from, because I associate the different stickers with the time period in which I drew it, since I stared at it for about 2 months on end. I also discovered in this sketchbook when I was going through it the first or the second time that some stuff is out of order, and I'm not really sure why that happened, but I'll explain that when I get to it. So, yeah, just a bunch of cheap stickers that I got. I do really like Disney and Hello Kitty, but I'm not so fond of that one, but I think I just put that on because of space and I want to use it up. I don't tend to put my good stickers on just crappy sketchbooks, and not that this is a crappy sketchbook, but this isn't a hardcover. It's a standard Strathmore 400 series, 100 page, 8x5, give or take, so it's really, really simple. This is before I started writing quotes on the first page, but I still didn't like drawing on the first page because I just liked keeping it neat. And we start off with a picture of my Thrilling Intent fan character. This is North Lorcent, and he's a spirit folk, and I remember I really liked doing the background here, but I kind of wish I had blocked in with something a little more solid because the color is faded and you can really see the streaky parts of it. I really could have gotten better at that. More Thrilling Intent fan art of Thog, who is my favorite character. My friend's Cat Witch OC. My other friend's OC Ada. And Ada is a psychic type trainer, so I drew her as a potential gym leader with a moon theme because she likes Lunatone. This is a sketch of Luke in sepia fine liner because I like sketching in pen sometimes. I haven't done it in a while though. More Luke and Lamb, just bonding. This is a picture of Esme. He is a tabletop character I played for Prowlers and Paragons, and he is a wizard because I was told that there is no practical way to actually make a wizard in Prowlers and Paragons, and I wanted to try anyway. I actually succeeded, but he is not a very happy person. He's very bitter, and he should be retired because he used to be a sidekick, but then he lost his limb. This is more Luke. Chivalry. He was originally Esme's hero to the sidekick, and he was the reason Esme lost his hand. More Chivalry. More Lamb, and this is one of those pages that I wish that I had blocked out some squares. I think this is Hamilton based, or at least some of it. I do like this part, but I feel like this could have been looked a little bit more finished and less disjointed if I had blocked off spaces. More Luke and Lamb arguing because that's all I drew for this summer is Luke and Lamb. Excuse the siren in the background. Is that a train? I can't tell. More Chivalry. He is basically a Cupid with super strength. More Luke and Lamb because I just enjoy drawing them a lot. This was shape studies, so it's not with the shapes behind them. I was just having fun with them, but these are all of my OCs, and I just want to practice with different shapes and body types. There's actually a sketch on this page that's not really coming up on camera well, but I never really finished it. More Esme. This is actually a ref. His name is Merlin Almazan because I want to do something super obnoxiously hero-y. More North Lorcent, where I'm trying to figure out how his scars work, because he has a bunch of scars. He likes basically throwing himself into fights so that he can tell the story about it later. Notes from a comic class I was doing. More notes. My two OCs, Detivo and Vale, they're brothers and they fight a lot. This is the Wicked and Divine fan art of Lucifer, who is my favorite character in the Wicked and Divine. More light sketching for I think a chess themed thing that I was doing. I sketch in a really, really light pencil, so I think it's like a 6H normally, or a 4H, because I like to erase it, but as a result, it's really, really light when I actually sketch. Self-portraits, stuff, character design that didn't go anywhere, more of the character design that didn't go anywhere. Leia, she is the third Cain sibling and the brother of Detivo. She's Detivo and Vale's sister, excuse me. More hand gestures and more Leia, where I'm just trying to block out backgrounds and foregrounds. Feet gestures, where I kind of figured out how to do feet, sort of, maybe. More Luke and Lamb. This actually is a blank page, I don't know why I didn't draw on this. Stuff from the OCT that I was in, the original character tournament, so I was doing comic stuff and drawing stuff for that. This is my OC Gawain and another character named Cassidy. Thumbnails for my comic, for the Hunger Games OCT. More thumbnails. My game maker, Meligant. More thumbnails. The Hamilton stuff with my OCs. This is another Detivo page where I was just trying out different hairstyles because he dyed his hair green. I actually like the shading and coloring on this, but I kind of wish it wasn't as pen sketchy as it is, because it could have been... I feel like it could have done more with that. And I don't like the way this text reads, because I should have used a different color for that. More sketches of the Cain family. This is my OC Regis and his date mate Lyra, who belongs to a friend of mine. Quick little comment for an RP group I'm in. Alarico, who is another one of my OCs. I like him because he is flowery and smiley. And I think here I was trying out different shading techniques with hair. I need to try out that shading technique again. I don't use it nearly often enough. More stuff for my RP group. This is my OC 3. 3 actually does have a name. Her name is Scylla, but her nickname is 3. More thumbnails for Gawain. More thumbnails and notes. More notes, more thumbnails, blah, blah, blah. 2 of my oldest OCs. This is ZZ and that's Slate. I was practicing blocking in colors and blacks back then. And I really like these two because they had like a really stark contrast in terms of colors. Not colors, excuse me, I bumped the camera. Values, that's it. That's the word. I went to art school, I know my terminology. Notes for perspective. Quick sketch of my OC Lidden. This is the first sketch of Luke, and this is why everything was out of order, because that's the first sketch I ever did of Luke, and yet there is Luke in, like, literally, like, the 5th page in, so I must have gone back to do some more Luke drawings, but this was the first ever sketch that I did of my OC Luke, who is my current favorite OC, and I did this in, I think this is the 15th of June, apparently. But yeah, I was asked by my brother to quickly sketch up what Luke looks like, and I did this in about 5 minutes, and there's some traits of this that I kind of wish I could have stuck with, like his face shape was longer, and now it's a bit rounder. But yeah, he was originally supposed to be tall, and I decided against that, so there's that. Weird sketch that didn't go anywhere, I guess. More Luke. And this is when I started to really, like, nail down his personality. These are actually some scenes from the session that he was in. Excuse my nose, I have the sniffles right now. Different environment causes allergies, I guess. Or my allergies, at least. But yeah, Luke ended up basically yelling at one of our PCs for being an idiot. This was from finals week because this was all done in colored pencil. I remember this because this was colored pencil that I kind of borrowed from the library when they had a calm table during finals period. Lolani from Honey Pop Studio, because I unironically love that game. It's not a great game in terms of morals, but it's got great gameplay, and it got me playing through the entire thing several times over. This is from my senior project. Some drawing of Garth and Tivo. This I was actually really proud of. This is my Guild Wars 2 character, Gaharis, and he is a necromancer who is winter themed. Another quick comic that was vent art, more vent art with 3, a scribble page, another comic for the RP group I was in, another 3, quick comic for Hunger Games, which is just a 2-panel thing of my character showing off how he can snap people's necks with his legs, but it didn't really work out because it doesn't really work on things that aren't mobile. More thumbnail planning. Thumbnails, lots of thumbnails. I think this was fan art from Fullmetal Alchemist for a friend of mine. First sketch of Lamb, which, wow, that came a lot later than expected. But yeah, this is the first sketch of Lamb. I wasn't very good at drawing his head back then, and I still am not, but it's gotten better, and I figured out how to do his freaking armor. Sketch page of my character Regis when he was 13. He is basically a limp napkin. Regis with longer hair and like a fancy superhero cape. More Thrilling Intent fan art. Lamb and Luke, and yeah, they didn't have a very good first meeting once they met up again. Lamb thought that Luke thought Lamb was a opposing officer, so he stabbed him in the kidney, and then they kissed, except they didn't. That's just wish fulfillment. More Hamilton stuff with Luke. A sketch page for Hunger Games stuff. So this is Gawain's family. These are his dads, and that's his older brother. And that's Gawain. And these are 2 other characters from Hunger Games. This one's my character Milligan, and that one's my friend's character is Vivi. Another scene from an RP for Neolands. More Neolands with Lamb. I think this was a thumbnail that I was going to do for something, but I don't remember what it was for. More Garth and Tivo sketch page. Quick comic with Lamb, Luke, and their boss, I think is the best word for it. That's Dan. He is so done with both of them. Luke and Cal, because they have a great relationship that involves Luke calling Cal an idiot for being an idiot. Or Luke and Lamb. Looks like, I think this was a 6-word story notes from my class. I don't remember what this was, and I don't know why that pose is like that. Might have been gesture drawing, but I don't know what it is, and that looks weird. More notes and quick comic gesture thumbnails. Some line art of the Kane siblings when they were younger-ish, except it turned into, like, the 2 nephews and then, like, a teenage Leia. So, this is Levi, this is Marshall, and that's Leia, and I don't know why she's a teenager, but then again, she's a shapeshifter, so. I think this was another sketch I was going to do for something or other, but it did not end up going that way. Mirage, who I later repurposed. Comic for class. Thumbnails for, well, both for class and for my brother's, well, what we had to do for class was we had to take a script and turn it into a comic. So I chose one of my brother's pieces, and that's called Through the Tree's Eyes, which is available to watch on YouTube, so I will link it down below in the description because you should absolutely watch it. It is kind of a horror thriller type, so if you like creepypasta or whatever, you know, horror, go watch it. It's good. And this is an art trade I did with a friend for her OC Shiloh, who is basically your average, like, teenage girl who is think she's better than everyone else. So I really like the purple and pink that I did theme that she has going on here. And that's the last page of the sketchbook. Yeah, that actually went faster than the last 2 times that I did it, probably because I'm trying not to be interrupted again, so I was speeding through, but yeah. I hope to get more of these videos up, and I apologize again for having the sniffles throughout this entire thing. Moving from, like, cross-country, international really fucks with the sinuses. But yeah, thank you very much, and gosh, I need an intro, or outro or something. I need to actually write this down, but thank you guys for all your support, and if you like this, you can subscribe for more videos, or follow me on any of my social media. As usual, if you have any questions for me or any topics you want me to talk about, you can leave them down in the comments. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all your support so far. See you!